We're going to make this class a fairly fast-paced one. So before we get moving, I want to take a bit of time to get into your breath, get a really good deep breath going on. So find any comfortable seat. Start with your hands on your lap or on your knees, eyes closed. You might want to take a few really big exhales here. You might want to open the mouth, sigh out through the mouth a few times. And then close your eyes and settle into a breath. In nose, out mouth. And for a few moments, notice how, as you breathe in nose and out mouth, you're drawing in new breath and new energy through the nose. And you're releasing and letting go of stale energy or any tiredness or fatigue out through the mouth. That regeneration in every breath. And now settle into a breath only through the nose, in and out through the nose. Notice what you can about the shape of your breath. Does your breath feel a little bit more present in a certain part of the body, more present in the chest or in the belly? And then start to open the breath. So really expand the belly as you begin to breathe in. Fill the breath all the way up to the top of the throat. Squeeze the belly in, squeeze the breath out. Let's try and deepen the breath as much as possible. On the next few breaths, if you can inhale for a slow count of 6 or even 8, and exhale for the same count. Keep the spine long and the shoulders relaxed. Good, keep taking that slow, deep breath. And as you inhale and come to the top of your breath, hold the breath at the top of the inhale for a count of 4. Exhale deeply for 6 or for 8, and hold the breath out at the end of the exhale again for a count of 4. Take one more full round of that breath. In for 6 or 8, hold for 4, out for 6 or 8, hold the breath out for 4. Good, now release the breath. Keep your eyes closed and notice how that practice changes the body and the breath and your state of mind. We want you to feel balanced but energized. And then we're going to start moving. We'll start by warming up the upper body. So inhale, stretch up towards the ceiling. Exhale, open over to the left-hand side, pouring the body across. Move with your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Move at your own speed. The next time that you inhale and lift up, exhale, twist, bring left hand to right knee and hold the twist and keep breathing. Slowly turn the head and the eyes to the back of the room. Good. Hold and breathe. Inhale, unwind and stretch up. Exhale, open and twist across to the other side. Keep turning the head, keep breathing. On your next inhale, open up, stretching upwards. And exhale, bow forwards, hands to the floor, forearms to the floor, perhaps forehead down. Bow forwards and hold in the fold. Good. Bowing the head forwards, lengthening through the back of the neck. And then slowly ripple up, coming up to a tall spine, shoulders relaxed, back of the neck long. Okay, we're going to keep warming up through the spine and the neck. If you feel like your neck is a bit stiff because it's still quite early in the morning, just move slowly. It's easy to overdo it on the neck when you're feeling a bit stiff and not yet woken up. So just move at your own pace. What we're going to do is reach behind you towards the right-hand side, a diagonal angle, opening up the front and the side of the body. And then on your next exhale, we're going to bow forward diagonally over your left knee and let the head fold forwards. Inhale up and open. Exhale forward and fold. Move at your own pace. We'll do a couple more on this side. Notice how your breath is deepening. Inhale, lift up to center. And then we'll find the other side. So folding forward across right knee. Inhale, lifting up and over to the left-hand side. Exhale. Inhale. One more sequence, backwards and forwards. Inhaling as you open the front of the body. Exhaling to bow forwards. Letting the breath come out of the body in a deep way. Okay, inhale to center. Exhale deeply. This time, interlace the hands behind your back. This is quite a strong one. We're going to reach the hands behind you, draw your shoulder blades together, breathe in. And exhale, see if you can fold forwards and reach those interlaced hands up towards the ceiling. Find your own depth of movement. You might be able to fold deeply and bring the forehead down to the floor, or you might just be tilting forwards. On your next inhale, unravel and release, roll the shoulders. Good, take a few rolls in each direction. Then we're going to reach up to the ceiling and make fists with your hands as quickly as possible. Do it for 2 more breaths. Exhale, release and shake it off. Good. Now we're going to move forwards onto the hands and knees. Take a couple of breaths, just stretch out in a cat-cow sequence. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen the front of the body, lift the tailbone and the chin. Exhale, drop down, tailbone down, lengthen through the spine. Good. Keep moving through that sequence at your own speed. Inhale. And exhale down. Keep moving through and notice the connection between the spine and the breath. Every time that you flex your spine, you're going to feel your breath deepen on the inhale. And every time you bow forwards, you're going to feel the breath deepen on the exhale. Let's create a connection between the spine and the breath. Let's put those two things at the center of our focus of practice. And then you're going to make your way down into a child's pose. Knees wide, arms stretching forwards, forehead resting on the floor. Create a bit of length along each part of the back. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly rise up into a downward facing dog. Maintain that openness in your shoulders as you lift your tailbone to the ceiling. So you're going to keep drawing your shoulders up your back, keep rolling your upper arms away from your ears. You want to take some stretches here, then move, lengthen through the legs. Or if you prefer to just get your shape by holding still, then take that position as well.
Good. Then we'll start to walk the feet forwards. See if you can step the feet towards the hands, keeping the heels on the floor. Hold in your bowing forward, folding posture. Knees softly bent, spine long. Now deeply connected with every part of your spine. So that you can sense where there's tension. You can release through the neck and allow the belly to fold to the thighs. Maybe moving the upper body, a little bit of a sway. And then we'll start to rise up, bend the knees, lift up piece by piece. Rise up to stand. Shoulders rolled away from the ears. Good. Standing up tall. Take a moment here, connecting with the spine again. Feet hip width apart, rooting into the floor. Spine tall as it can be, shoulders relaxed, crown of the head lifted up, arms facing forward. Notice the dual sensation of rooting through the floor and then lifting up at the same time to be as tall as you can be. Good. Now we're going to start to move. We're going to warm up a little bit, but then we're going to move a little bit faster as we go. So again, check in if you feel like your body's moving too fast or you're losing stability, then slow down. Okay, feet hip width apart. Breathe in, stretch up. If you want to be more awake, then lift your chin and look upwards. Exhale, bow forward. See if you can open your arms, open your chest. Fingertips coming towards the floor, back of the neck, nice and long. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins and half lift the spine and hold here for a couple of breaths. Creating as much length in your spine as possible. Shoulders drawn back away from ears. One more breath in. Exhale, step back into a plank. Keep that same stability in your lower back as you had in the last half lifting pose. Hips and shoulders in line. One more breath in. Exhale, knees to the floor, sink the hips forward and lower down. Inhale, lift the head and the hands away from the floor, squeezing the shoulders together. Exhale, release down. Inhale, squeeze a little bit higher, hands pressing into the floor. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise to your deepest back bend. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift head and hands, squeeze the buttocks, use the shoulders and the core. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, all the way lift. Find your deepest comfortable back bend. Exhale, down. Slide the hands back, press back to a child, hips to heels, arms lengthened, forehead to the floor. Take a full breath in and out through the nose. Another full breath. Then on your next inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, lift the tailbone, downward facing dog. Let's count 5 deep breaths. Can you create more length along your spine? Can you lift your tailbone higher? Last breath in, lift the tailbone high. Exhale, bend the knees and step the feet together at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold down, knees soft. Inhale, rise up. Maybe lift the chin, your choice. Exhale, hands down to the sides of the body.
Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, choose your own back bend, whatever depth you feel comfortable with. And exhale to release and press back, find a downward facing dog. This time just for 3 breaths. Exhale, look forward, bend the knees, step or hop the feet together at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, if you have another version of this vinyasa movement, you can take that, perhaps lowering halfway down into a chaturanga before finding your own back bend. Exhale, all together, lift the tailbone high, downward facing dog, 3 deep breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, look forward, bend the knees, step together. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Gonna take 2 more rounds of that sequence. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing as deeply as you can. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale. Exhale, move down to the floor. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, lift the tailbone, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, look forwards. Step or hop the feet together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Half lift, straight spine. Exhale, plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, make your way down. Inhale to back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. We'll take a few more breaths here, and if you feel like you want to take a pause in child's pose, you can do that for a moment. Feel the warmth in the body now. Feel that connection between more parts of your body coming online than you might normally be aware of. Okay, we'll take our last couple of breaths here in this shape. Make sure you're in a downward facing dog. Take 1 last inhale and exhale to look forwards and step the feet together. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, bow down.
And inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the sides of the body. Mountain pose, standing tall. Okay, keep that breath strong and steady. Keep the feet hip width apart. We're going to keep building heat in the body. So, take your next inhale, bend your knees and find a chair pose. Hold here for a few moments, get steady in the shape. Toes spread wide, knees coming over the toes, weight in the heels and the buttocks. We're going to do 3 rounds of dynamic chair. So take a breath in, hold. As you exhale, slowly fold forwards, reach the hands forwards, sweep your fingertips down to touch the floor. As you inhale, rise up back into chair. This is the hard bit. Hold as you exhale, squeezing through the base of the body. Inhale, lift up to stand. And exhale, sweep the hands down. Okay, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale. Good. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Good. Take a breath in and out. Go on, take another breath in and out. And then we're going to find that chair pose again. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold forward. This time, straighten your legs, release the head down. Inhale, half, lift the spine. Exhale, step back into a plank position. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, make your way down. And then inhale into a back bend. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Keep moving. Inhale, lift the right foot off the floor. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands. Rise all the way up into a warrior 1 position. Take a bit of time to get in your alignment here. Arms lifted. Left hip facing forwards, front knee very deeply bent. Shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing. Take 1 more breath in, stretch the fingers up tall. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back into a downward facing dog. Straight away, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, foot forward. Place the right foot on the floor, inhale, lift. Exhale, sink deeply into the front knee, hold steady. Okay, good, hold here, keep breathing. Check all of your alignment points. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. We'll take 5 breaths here. And if you want to pause and come into a child's pose during those 5 breaths, then you can. Two more breaths wherever you are. Last inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop the feet together. Inhale, half lift the spine. Exhale, bow. Inhale, chair pose. Bend the knees, lift the arms, tuck the tailbone. And then finally, we're going to come all the way up to stand. And hold here for a breath in and out. Okay, 1 more round. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, hold steady, core engaged. Exhale, make your way down. Inhale, find a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Straight away, inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, foot forward. Inhale, rise up. If we can, straight away, exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Good. Last time, exhale, hands down, step back. Breathe it out. 5 deep breaths. Now we are going to rise up into that warrior one again. So lift the right foot off the floor, breathe in. Exhale, bring that foot forwards. And this time we're going to rise up into a warrior two, So you're going to have your right foot facing forwards, your left toes facing the left-hand side of the room. Open your arms in front and behind you. Keep bending forwards, and this time your hips are opening out to the side. They're not turning forwards. Okay, so I want you to engage the legs as strongly as you can. Sense that you're squeezing your legs together. Every part of the lower part of your body is switched on. The feet are grasping the floor. The legs are engaged. The core is steady. Lower your right elbow to your right knee and stretch your left fingers overhead. At the same time, see if you can turn your chest upwards to face the ceiling. Okay, bending deeply into that right knee. If you want to find a deeper version of this pose, lower your right hand to the floor or to a block. Keep looking upwards. Maybe take a bind. You can reach that right arm underneath that right thigh and hold steady, really engaging the legs here. Okay, we're going to release and we're going to turn to bring your left knee to the floor. Both hands framing your right foot. Take a breath in, sink the hips forwards, lift the chest. Take a breath out, bow down over your right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to rock forwards and shuffle from this position with the hips lunging forwards into a gate pose. So we're going to turn to face the left-hand side of the mat. And you're going to have your left knee and your left hip in line and your right leg extended outwards. It's a bit of a shuffle, so we're turning all the way to the left. We're lifting up nice and tall out that left leg, and the hip and the knee and the foot are in line. Slide the right arm down the right leg. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and exhale, open to the side. Okay, we're going to hold here for 5 more breaths. Keep pressing the hips forwards, opening the chest, lengthening the spine. Try not to collapse forwards in this pose. Try and keep all the movement happening down the left-hand side of your spine and your body. Last inhale and exhale. Then inhale to slowly unravel yourself. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands forward and step back into a downward facing dog. Pause for a moment. Digest all the sensation down the side of your body. Then inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, left foot forwards. Inhale, rise up. Find that warrior two shape on the other side. Bending deeply into the left knee. Hips opening out to the right hand side of the mat. Arms open behind you. Okay, bring your left elbow to your left knee. Stretch right fingers overhead. Open the chest. Turn to look upwards. Draw the hips in. Good. If you want to come deeper, you can lower one hand to the floor, or you can take a bind. Good. Now slowly unwind. Bring the hands to the floor and lower the right knee down. So your hips are sinking forwards. Okay, left ankle and knee are in line. Inhale, sink the hips forwards. Exhale, ripple back into a fold. Take that a few times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then we're going to rise up and swivel to face the right hand side of the mat with your left leg extended out and your right knee pressing to the floor. Left hand sliding down that left leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open over and across. Try not to put pressure directly over that left knee joint. Press down onto the thigh or the calf muscle. Two more deep breaths here. On your next inhale, unwind. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Come forwards and shuffle back into your downward facing dog. And here, if you want to come into child's pose for a few breaths, you can also take that shape as well. Good. Take a few breaths here, just allowing the breath to slow down a little bit. And then when you're ready, you're going to come down to meet me on all fours. And if you have a block or a cushion or something nearby, you might want to use it. We're going to do a longer hold pose in pigeon pose. And it does help sometimes to use a prop in that shape. So, on all fours, bring your left knee forwards towards your left wrist and slide that right knee back nice and far. Try and keep this foot flexed and keep both of your hips square. You might notice there's a rock off to the side. My hips make me do that, so I use a prop and it helps me keep my hips square. Prop underneath the buttock. Okay, so this pose, we're going to hold it for 3 minutes on each side. You might feel like the position that you're in right now is too strong to hold for 3 minutes, so you can always shuffle around. You can bring that foot further underneath your body, take the pressure off the joints a little bit. Inhale, we're going to lengthen the front of the body. And as you exhale, bow forwards and lengthen the back of the body. Draw the spine into a deep extension. Come to rest your head on your hands or on the floor. Just looking for about 70% of your limit of flexibility here. When you hold the pose for longer, you don't want to go into your deepest possible variation to begin with. So try and find softness in the body. Notice that you might be holding a bit of tension around the mouth or the face or somewhere in the shoulders. See if you can soften that
Breathe that tension out with your exhalation. Just breathe deeper on the exhale whenever things feel too strong. Keep breathing, don't lose the breath. Notice where the limit of your flexibility might be slowly extending. You might have met a limit and then notice that the body opened and let you pass into a deeper space. Count 5 more breaths in the shape. Then slowly unpick yourself. You might want to take a counter stretch in a child's pose or lift all the way up into a downward facing dog. That's quite a nice way to stretch out the legs. And when you're ready, come down to the hands and knees. We'll swap sides, bringing the right knee forwards, perhaps gathering your props. Remember, we're looking for 60% of your flexibility here, not 100%. Good, when you're ready, inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, bow forwards, lengthen the back of the body. Good. Finding that softness and bringing it into every part of you. Releasing tension through the mouth and the forehead and the neck and anywhere else in the body. We're just over halfway through now. can you release or open a little bit deeper? Take your last 5 breaths. And then slowly lift into whatever counter pose you want to work with. Maybe a child pose or maybe a downward dog. And in this next 30 seconds or so, take your last stretches or movements. Before you move into your Shavasana in a moment. So last stretches and extensions. And when you're ready, come down onto your back. You might want to take a little twist before we go into the Shavasana. Maybe you have a favorite twist, or you might want to just drop both knees to one side for a few breaths. If you're twisting, make sure you twist on both sides, balance that out. And when you're ready, come to center and come down to lie flat on your back. We put so much energy and awareness into your spine. Let's bring that into the center of your relaxation as well. The back of the neck is long. The shoulders are drawn together. The tailbone is lengthened. The limbs are falling away from the center line of your body. Take a few sweeps of the body with your awareness. Inhale, wash your awareness down from the head to the toes. Exhale, perhaps through the mouth, and wash the awareness up to the head. Do that a few times. Until you are allowed and give yourself permission to rest. Permission to relax the body, to let go of efforts, to release into the floor beneath you. Start to notice sound around you. Start to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a stretch and roll over to rest on your right hand side. And when you're ready, come up to meet me in a seated position. We're going to be sat upright for a couple of minutes, a short meditation right at the end of the practice. So get props if you need a prop to sit upright, or keep a blanket around your legs if you want to stay warm. Your hands on your knees, upwards or downwards, or in your lap. Your spine tall, your shoulders relaxed, and your eyes closed. Notice the length and stability in your spine as it lifts upwards from the floor towards the ceiling. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Keep your eyes closed. And on your next inhale, sense that you draw down a white light, and you draw it down from the crown of the head, and it travels down the back of the neck and the spine until it comes into your chest. Just practice that a few times. Inhaling, sense you're drawing in a light, drawing it down into the chest. And now imagine that at the center of your chest is a small flame. And as you breathe in that light and draw it down into your body, that flame becomes a fire that fills the whole of the chest. Sense that it's being charged by the energy you draw in. And this time as you exhale, sense that heat and that energy is dissipating, dissolving through all of the tissues of your body. Breathe slowly. Sense the temperature and the color and the light of this visualization. Exhale that warmth, that energy through the whole body. Take one more of those big breaths. Flooding the body with warmth. If you'd like to continue that practice and stay here, then do. If you need to draw the class to a close, bring the palms together, bow the forehead down, take a moment of gratitude, acknowledging something you're grateful for today. And a little bow to close.